All right. Good evening. I'd like to call to order this regular board meeting in Summers County Board of Education, June 9th, 2026. Let the minutes reflect that 4 board members are present. Mr. Brogan is unable to attend today. I'd like to ask Mr. McBride if he would lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, item 3, approval of agenda adjustments. We need to add David Jones, 6 through 12 science at Summers County High School. That position has been on the agenda. We just needed to add the name. Also, Timmy Wines and Jonah Pugh, assistant high school football coaches. We also need to do a location correction for Michaela Hara. That is under personnel. Yeah. Service personnel employment, and that is she's location is Summers County Comprehensive High School rather than Talcott Elementary. So I'm going to make a motion that we add David Jones, 6 through 12 science at Summers County Comprehensive High School, add Timmy Wines and Jonah Pugh, high school football coaches, and a location correction for Michaela Hara. Again, all these positions. Oh, thank you. Yes. I've got that one on here. We're going to do a location correction for Michaela Hara, Summers County Comprehensive High School. And then we also need to add a name under employment professional personnel, Deanna Betts. That's going to be for the 6th grade teacher position. All these positions were listed on the agenda. We just are adding the names. So that's my motion, and it's a long one.
I'll second.
So there's a motion by myself, seconded by Mrs. Farley, that we add the names of David Jones, Timothy Wines, Jonah Pugh, and Deanna Betts, and we do a location change for Michaela Hara. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining. Let the minutes reflect by a 4-0 vote. Those changes have been made or have been approved for the personnel.
I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda with the aforementioned adjustments.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Harvey, seconded by Mr. McBride to approve the agenda with the aforementioned adjustments. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstaining. Let the minutes reflect by a 4-0 vote. The agenda with the aforementioned changes has been approved. Item 4, student discipline. I'll make a motion according to West Virginia Code 6-9A-4. It's paragraph 2. Let me look real quick. I had pulled up. 6-9A-4 student discipline. Paragraph 3.
Yep.
Thank you. Paragraph 3, student discipline, that we go into executive session. The time is 6:06 p.m. Motion by myself, seconded by Mrs. Harvey. We go into executive session for student discipline. The time is 6:06 p.m. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining. Let the minutes reflect by a 4-0 vote. We will go into executive session at this time. Adjourned at 6:21 PM. Due to the nature of this being student disciplinary matter, under the Safe Schools Act, we voted in executive session and we voted to accept the superintendent's recommendation. And that was superintendent's recommendation for expulsion. All right, item 5, presentations. None. Public comment, none. Okay, approval of minutes. So we have before us the minutes from several meetings. We have the May 14th, 2026 statutory meeting, May 14th, 2026 regular meeting, May 26th, 2026 statutory meeting, May 26th, 2026 regular meeting, and May 28th, 2026 special meeting. I'm gonna recommend that we break these out a little bit. I'd like to handle May 26th separately, the regular meeting, and we will, if is there any others you want to handle separately? Or we can do them all separately if we want.
Yeah, let's do them all. Yeah, it's fine. Never mind.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let me make sure here real quick. The 8th. Is there any others that anyone needs to have pulled out separately?
I'll check through what law is that.
Yeah, looks like everybody was all the rest of them. So I'll ask one more time. Any others that we need to pull out? All right, so we're gonna handle first, May 14th, 2026 statutory, May 14th, 2026 regular meeting, May 26th, 2026 statutory meeting, and May 28th, 2026 special meeting.
I'll make a motion that we approve all that you just listed.
Second.
So there is a motion on the floor by Mrs. Harvey, seconded by Mr. McBride, that we approve the minutes for the meetings that were listed in the motion. Or I'm sorry, not the motion, but in the reading of the agenda. Is there any further discussion on that? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Let the minutes reflect by 4-0 vote, the minutes from the May 14th, 2026 statutory meeting, May 14th, 2026 regular meeting, May 26th, 2026 statutory meeting, and May 28th, 2026 special meeting have been approved. We have before us now the May 26th, 2026 regular meeting. I'm going to make a motion that we take no action on this one tonight. And we handle this approval of the minutes for this meeting at our June 30th meeting.
Second.
There's a motion by myself, seconded by Mrs. Harvey, that we take no action on the May 26th, 2026 regular meeting minutes tonight, and we have these brought back before us at the June 30th meeting. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Let the minutes reflect by 4-0 vote, the May 26th, 2026 regular meeting minutes have had no action taken and will be brought back to the June 30th meeting. Item 8, approval of bills.
Make a motion that we approve, pay the bills.
Second.
Motion on the floor by Mrs. Harvey, seconded by Mr. McBride, that we pay the bills. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Minutes reflect by 4-0 vote, the bills have been approved for payment. Item 9, old business, discussion or possible action regarding the levies. This is an item that Mrs. Harvey asked to have us put back on the agenda. So I will turn the floor over to you if you'd like, or we can open it up for discussion.
No, I just, given that the levy call that was put out for vote for the May 11th, primary, with the result of a loss by only 90 votes and response by some of the county residents that were at the election call that night. I think that we should put it back out in November.
Dr. Knott, could you or one of your staff members check and see if we do put this back out in November, when we would have to notify the clerk's office?
Okay.
And,
And the commissioners did, because they were present at that, and they said that they would not, we wouldn't have to pay the
the
fee,
charge
Mhm.
associated.
the ballot fee.
Yeah, I was encouraged by the results. As far as I know, this is the closest that it's been in many years. And I think that we as a central office and did a good job getting the word out. I think we also did maybe see a few places where we might be able to improve getting the word out even more. For those who may or may not know, we have, and I won't mention the name right now, but we have someone who may be interested in being a chairperson for a committee. So I think with that assistance, that may greatly help us spread the word, and possibly be able to get one to pass.
I've also had a lot of feedback, positive feedback from the community on how it was presented on the ballot.
Mhm.
So, similar or like it was, I've had a lot of positive feedback on that.
Any other discussion?
Just go ahead and put it out there that I'd be okay with putting it out exactly the same.
I would too.
Yeah, I would as well.
Yeah.
I'd like to leave this on our agenda as an open agenda item. And that way we have any information we'd like to discuss or questions to ask, we can at any time. If not, we can move on through the agenda with it. But if you wouldn't mind checking with the clerk's office and see when we would have to let them know by. I think we could very easily use what we've presented before. We would just have to go through the process that you went through, submitting it to of course, the call would have to have some dates changed in it, but. Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Do you all have any thoughts on that?
Any thoughts
On the levy?
on the levy?
I think we have some people in the community that really want to advocate for it now, so I said, let's roll with it and see if we can get one more time.
I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page.
We still have it at a place where there's really good food.
All right, any other discussion regarding the levy? All right, we'll move on to item B under old business, a discussion or possible action to relocate the Summers County Central Office. I will say that I did talk to Dr. Knott a little bit about this week, and I've tried to keep separate the move of the central office versus what we plan on doing with this facility, because they are two separate issues. But also, whether we do anything with this facility or not depends on what happens with the move. So while they are separate issues, they're somewhat intertwined. So what I brought up to Dr. Knott, and my concern is we've seen the plan of moving the central office back to the old building. And we talked a little bit about what the coolers and the things that are in this building, where they would go, or what we would do with those. And one of the concerns I had was when we remodeled this building, the cost went up significantly due to some fire ratings that were needed between rooms and things like that. So I asked Dr. Nod if she could not only look at the move of the staff to the old office, but also anything else that has to move, what that may entail, financial impact, and to see if we can also have the fire marshal, once they've come up with, here's our ultimate goal, the fire marshal can look at it, say, you're gonna have to do this, this, and this, and then we can see what the total financial impact would be. So with that, I'll open the floor to discussion, but I would also say, let's just continue to leave this on the agenda and we can discuss it with anything new that comes up at each meeting.
Is that a motion?
I'm just asking for any discussion. If anyone has any other comments.
I agree. I think we need to check out, see what the financial impact would be
Okay.
all the way around.
So unless someone does have a motion, we can take no action on this one, leave it on the agenda for the next meeting, and move to the next item. Okay, and Dr. Knott, if you, I mean, if you need one of the board members involved, we're not to step on your toes, but if you want to, talk to a board member when you're going through your plan,
Okay.
feel free to reach out to whoever you'd like to work with.
Any of us are happy to be available.
All right, item 10, new business, purchases over 25,000. We have none. Now would have been the time to do it since Mr. Brogan's not here. Item B, discussion or possible action to schedule a work session. We did talk about this a few meetings ago, and then after the meeting, Dr. Knott and myself talked and decided it might be better to wait and have our work session either toward the end of the year, beginning of the next school year after July. What works best for the central office? Is it better to have one after July when the new fiscal year starts, or?
When you asked that, I kind of put it out to everybody and I didn't get hardly any answers, so we don't know what works best, I guess.
And I mean, I can really, as far as I'm concerned, whether we do it before or after is irrelevant. I just want to do what's going to work best for you all as a central office and meet your needs.
Possibly like not right before school starts, but
A month or so before.
just to lay out the whole year, kind of get a,
So what about our second meeting in July?
that's kind of
How's
where
that
I'm
sound?
thinking.
That work?
What would the goal of the work session be?
That was gonna be my question.
Look at, it sounds like maybe look at strategic plan and pieces like that.
We had other things.
Oh my goodness, that's okay.
On my calendar up
But
here.
I think we were also talking about maybe having them not a lot, but
Kinda quarterly.
regularly, quarterly.
Yeah.
So getting started at the beginning of the year and then having a plan and then, at the end of the first quarter. But I really don't recall what we had on that list. I actually have a list hanging in my office.
Yeah, go ahead.
There you go.
So that's going to be July 28th.
Y'all bring me cake.
We'll bring you cake.
We definitely will.
What day? Did you say?
July 28th would be our
28th.
second our fourth Thursday or fourth Tuesday of the month. I'm still in vacation mode.
Well, I had one thing that's on this agenda, board meeting schedule, levy discussion, building use fee structure, out-of-state travel policy that we wanted to revisit, the donated days policy, website transparency, and some other policies that maybe needed to be on review before the school year started.
And there was one you and I discussed, whether it's a policy or it's just in the handbook dealing with discipline.
Right.
That would be one we could, I'd like
I
to
didn't
discuss
list all
during
the
the work
policies
session.
yet, but I
Yeah.
had policies
Yeah.
on it.
I like the idea of having one sometime before the school session starts, because then as one of you said, we could kind of talk about our strategic plan going forward and all be on the same page.
Yeah.
July 28th. So July 28th is, we have, July's kind of a strange month because the 7th is the first Tuesday.
We have like a statutory meeting
But we have
We
to
have a
have
statutory meeting, yeah,
July.
the first Monday.
it's the 6th. And then we'll have a meeting on the 14th. Is there a lot that would happen on the 14th? Could
Could we just?
Could
move
we
that to the
combine
sixth?
that with our statutory? And then if we needed to, we could move the 28th to the 21st. And have our work session on the 21st, and I'm just throwing these out there as options for work session if we want to do 21 versus 28.
I think that might come in.
The only thing I am kind of concerned of is personnel, and we always, right now, we look good, we look pretty good. But summer months, things kind of tend to go wacky. And so we might honestly ultimately end up having to have like a special board meeting right for the school year, just to hire people. I'm not saying that I foresee that happening, I just know that that's how that's happened in years past, because we either had crucial positions or a lot of positions that we had to fill.
But in July, I think if we're just those two meetings, that should be. okay.
And our first meeting in August would be August 11th.
Right.
So,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, but if we're gonna have a meeting on June 30th, then if we had, there wouldn't really be a turnaround time we wouldn't be able to hire anybody
On the sixth.
until the 21st, really,
Right, because it's a holiday too.
with a holiday and postings and all of that. So, I mean, ideally it could be done. The only thing is it just kind of basically sacrifices around a job posting. Now, I'm not gonna say at this table and tell you that's gonna matter a whole lot, because we've put them out, we got nothing, but it would be one round of postings that we wouldn't be able to.
well, and so what I'll say to that is if we could combine the 14th and the 6th,
Mhm.
that will take away one meeting in July. So if we did have to have a special meeting, it technically wouldn't cost any extra money than what we would have with 3 meetings in July.
Fair point.
And leave the 28th.
And we could leave it as is, or if we move everything to the 6th, if it would help the central office to move it to the 21st.
Financially, the 21st or the 28th? Does it matter in July?
It's not gonna matter too much in the month of July. I would probably rather keep it on the 28th,
Okay.
just for bill purposes. Since we would be moving up, because we're not gonna get as many bills on the 6th as we would. Well, we're not gonna have as many bills also in the month of July either. So it really wouldn't matter, whatever's best for everybody else.
I'm good with either one of those dates, 21st or 28th.
There we go.
I think I am. We have a quarterly business meeting, and I don't know where it'll be, maybe in St. Louis, and it should be like around that. Timeframe, but I'm not seeing it on my calendar either. The 21st or the 28th timeframe. Usually it's the week of the 20th,
Okay.
but tentatively I can do either one right now.
How about you all?
I'm available.
Either one?
No, he's driving summer school, so I'm stuck the whole month of
You
July.
just want to schedule the 28th then, and that way if you do have it that week,
We can, and then if I find out that it's free and clear, we can bump it back. That's
if,
good for
if
everybody.
needed be. Okay, so we'll go ahead and plan up for the 28th. Let's not set a time yet. Let's go ahead and work on the agenda and see what we need. Um, Obviously, we need to cover as much as we need to. But I'd really like to have this one, and not that the others haven't been, but just items that we can
Move through.
kind of get through pretty quick, not, um, if it's something that needs more attention, we can take the time that's needed, but, cover as much ground as we can in that one. So
We're saying a work session on that day followed by. a regular-
followed by a regular meeting. And that's kind of my thoughts is, can we, rather than calling it a work sessions and then a board meeting, because we never adjourn the work session and re-adjourn and, call to order the regular meeting, we recess and come back. Could we call it a work session slash board meeting, regular meeting, and just have an agenda? And we can just continue through as we need to, because I know in past times, work sessions, we've maybe ran out of time and we could continue through those items and not have to then bring our regular meeting to order at a certain time. Or not necessarily bring it to order, but hit that agenda item at that specific time.
The other piece too is, or agenda based, is would we have our EOGs by then? Or GSAs, whatever, whichever alphabet.
They would not be embargoed. I think the state doesn't release them until the board meeting in September.
That's what they-
They'd still
We
be
have
embargoed.
the data right now. We
Yeah.
just can't publicly release it until the first meeting, their one meeting in August.
Okay,
So we should get it in August.
Yes. I would say probably the second board meeting in August, you'll have the data.
okay. So, so for item B, we'll do a work session July 28th. And, we'll come up with the agenda and the time at a later time. If during the next meeting, we find out something's going on that week and we need to change it, we could still do that. But as of now, we'll tentatively schedule for July 28th. Any other discussion on that item? All right, item C, discussion or possible action to approve special education MOUs. This is A to Z speech, Amber Lilly, OT, Patricia Ward, OTPT, Douglas Crook.
I think you don't belong there.
Okay,
It's
Just OT? Okay, thank you.
Sorry. And there are no changes on any of them except for Douglas Cook, and his is just an increase of $50 from $750 to $800. The others remain the same, as they have been for several years.
I'll make a motion that we approve it, maybe the A to Z speech, Tricia Ward and Douglas Cook.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Harvey, seconded by Mr. McBride to approve the special education MOUs for Amber Lilly, Patricia Ward, and Douglas Cook. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Let the minutes reflect by a 4-0 vote. The special education MOUs have been approved for Amber Lilly, Patricia Ward, and Douglas Cook. Discussion or possible action to approve the Concord University MOU. This is just for placement of teachers. Pretty much same as previously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the Concord University MOU.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Farley, seconded by Mrs. Harvey to approve the Concord University MOU. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Uh,
Opposed, abstaining. Let the minutes reflect by 4-0 vote. The Concord University MOU has been approved. Item E, discussion or possible action regarding the Hinton area elementary parking lot. Dr. Knott, myself, Dr. Green, and Mr. Lester went over to the Hinton area. Ms. Crook joined us too. I'm sorry. I'm about to leave you
You're
out.
good.
We went over and looked at the lot beside Hinton area that had previously had a house on it that was removed. There is a process where we can essentially place a bid for that lot and could convert it into parking. It is a little bit of an application process in that we would talk about what we're going to use it for, and if we own adjoining property, things like that. It's about, I think Ms. Crook said it was 70 by 120. So,
0.205
yeah,
acre.
yeah, and probably could easily get 20 spots, parking spots. A little tighter, we could probably get a few more. So what we would have to do is, as a board, decide if we would like to have the central office go ahead and fill out the paperwork and place a bid and indicate about how much we would like to bid on that lot. And then we would also have to consider the work that would need to be done in order to make it into a parking lot. Dr. Knott, I'll let you or your staff speak if there's anything else that I might have left out.
The application process,
Yes.
there is a July 3rd deadline, which is why we wanted to go ahead and maybe just start talking about it at this meeting, and then we would still have another meeting if you want me to approve our application before we actually apply. Looking at it, we were thinking all in with the bid plus the improvements, possibly $20,000. Maybe up 8 to 12 for the property. We're not quite sure yet. And less than 10,000 probably for grading and gravel, because we wouldn't be paving it yet anyway.
And there's unfortunately not a lot of vacant lots that have sold inside the city limits to compare prices to.
Well, so we bought the paved lot from the city for about around about that range, I think, $12,000 range, I think.
I don't know. I mean, I remember when it happened, but
Yeah, I can't remember how that went.
when the city paved it, that,
Right, the city paved it.
They
I
paved it.
mean, they paved it, right?
Paving, maybe? Or was that a different project? I
I
don't
think we
remember.
just paid for the lot.
Okay.
I think they gifted the improvements.
As we talked about there, this could be a benefit to us as a school system, having the property, if we so chose to place a bid and were accepted. But it also could benefit the community. There's a lot that could be done with that lot outside of school hours. You have the church just around the corner that could use it for overflow parking. We have the funeral home that could also benefit from that. So not only would it have an impact to our school system, but it could benefit our community festivals and things. There would be parking available.
And all that can be included in the application process. This is not just unclaimed property. It's a reuse of vacant property project.
Hinton area has always been in desperate need of parking.
Mhm.
Anytime I went there for one of my children's functions,
Mhm.
luckily I was able to walk out from the law office, but people were always looking for parking.
Right. Any other comments or questions?
say, if you'd like, we can work on it and then bring it, at this again on the next agenda and bring
I
it
think we
back
got
up.
to get some actual quotes on, you know, on the gravel and the grading and all that stuff. If we can get, put that, some real quotes, so that we don't undercut ourselves.
Yeah.
If
I-
that's something we decide to do.
Yeah, I would prefer if we leave this on the agenda and talk about it again July 3rd. Um, I'm sorry, June 30th, and then that still gives us time to meet the
Mhm.
July 3rd deadline. So,
All right.
all right, moving to the next item, discussion or possible action to approve a change in classification and pay grade. This is for Denise Bragg from pay grade G to H, coordinator of CN services. What's
Child nutrition.
Child nutrition, okay.
When our child nutrition secretary, Tony Keaton,
Mhm.
resigned, Denise took over those duties. We did not replace Tanya,
Okay,
and Tanya was at a grade H. In addition to duties Tanya, Denise is already doing.
Make a motion that we approve the pay grade transition from G to H.
Second.
motion by Mrs. Harvey, seconded by Mrs. Farley, that we approve the pay grade from G to H. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstaining. Let the minutes reflect by a 4-0 vote that this recommendation has been approved. Discussion or possible action to approve out-of-state overnight trips. We have 3. Austin Bauer, Emery Meadows, Thomas Cox, June 10th through the 11th for Chapmanville, West Virginia. Robert Bowling, Jared Hartwell, Marietta, Ohio, June 22nd, 24th for basketball, and Kathy Duffield, Ripley, West Virginia, July 8th through the 11th for FFA.
I make a motion, we approve the, out-of-state overnight trips.
Second.
I have a motion by Mrs. Farley, seconded by Mr. McBride, that we approve the out-of-state overnight trips. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Aye. Minutes reflect by a 3-0 vote with myself abstaining. The out-of-state overnight trips have been approved. And just for the record, I abstained because I will be chaperoning one of those trips. Discussion and possible action to donate a bus to the Summers County EMS 911 Center. There's a paper in your folder from Brian Boone. This is a 2014 model bus. And we would transfer the bus to the emergency services of Summers County. It would be at no cost to them. They would use it for educational purposes, rescue operations, disaster recovery, public safety training.
The reason, I was hoping Brian was gonna be here, but he did tell me some about it. When we got the electric bus, one of the stipulations is you had to give up one of your diesel buses. The bus, this bus is going to be disabled. It will not be drivable once, you have to like drill a hole in the motor, you know, and, but it's being used for, so it's not like we could sell it and get money, or somebody else could sell it and get money. It's going to be used just for training purposes.
Make a motion, we approve, the donation of the bus to the EMS and 911 center.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Farley, seconded by Mr. McBride, that we donate the bus to the Summers County EMS 911 Center. All in favor, please say aye, or I'm sorry, any discussion?
Yeah, I'd just like to clarify that it's,
Not EMS.
yeah, that it's the 911 center emergency
Emergency
Services.
services.
and not Summers County EMS as in ambulance transportation.
Right.
And the school system will also get to participate in the
Mhm.
training exercise.
And
I'd like to say that I would like to donate it when I was still there.
And I just want to clarify what I was reading here. I kind of left out. It's for educational purposes related to emergency response rescue operations. It would not be used for rescue operations. I don't think I read that clearly when I was reading off of the paper there. So, obviously with a hole in the motor, it would not be able to be used for rescue operations. So any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining. Let the minutes reflect by a 4-0 vote that the bus to be donated to the Summers County Emergency Services 911 Center has been approved. We now have before us personnel. We have retirement and resignations. We have employment professional personnel. We have employment extra duty, extracurricular volunteer personnel. We have employment substitute service personnel. And we have personnel realignment for service personnel employment.
Make a motion that we approve the superintendent's recommendations for personnel.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Harvey, second by Mr. McBride, that we approve the superintendent's recommendation for personnel. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining. Let the minutes reflect by a 4-0 vote, the superintendent's recommendation for personnel has been approved. Item 12, superintendent report.
I have a couple things I'd like to share. One has to do with our Golden Horseshoe winners. Since 1931, for those who don't know, students have been honored as Knights of the Golden Horseshoe when they demonstrate exceptional knowledge of West Virginia history on the state administered exam. And so in West Virginia this year, 225 winners are joining the West Virginia ranks of the West Virginia citizens who've won that award. And actually today is the day when the ceremony is happening in Charleston at the West Virginia Culture Center. And we had 3 winners. They all, were notified and had the opportunity to go and attend that. So I'm not sure if they are, but, and in no particular, this doesn't have anything to do with their score, but our 3 are Aubrey Shirey, Benjamin Graham, and Destiny Epperly. So we're
Congratulations to
quite
them.
proud of those. We thought maybe at a future meeting, we could invite them to come. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the Hobie State Leadership Conference. Every spring across the country, more than 9,000 high school sophomores are chosen to represent their high school. And Hobie is the state leadership conference. And they're called ambassadors, so they're Hobie ambassadors. It has to do with leadership, group leadership, leadership for society, personal leadership. It's a big leadership conference. So we had 2 students from Summers County High School that attended this year. Leishan Kula and Adam Chapman attended, and it was at Glenville this past weekend. They both thought it was a great experience. They loved it. And Adam was selected to represent West Virginia, in the Hobie World Leadership Congress.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So
That's great.
That is great.
Where will he go for that?
I'm not sure. It's not
Okay.
in my email. But it's in July.
Mhm.
So the selection process covers the cost of his attendance at the World Leadership Congress. But he'll have to come up with costs for travel. So they're possibly seeking out some Hidden Area Foundation, of course.
Excellent.
Yes.
And that's what I got.
All right.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
We love reports like that.
All right, item 13, discussion of next agenda. We have our last meeting, June 30th, regular meeting. Any items that we need to add to that we haven't already discussed carrying over?
In recognition of of accomplishments or achievements. The high school track team for going to states and Dakota Petrie's first team all state in the mile, I think it was. Recognition.
We can see if, the coach and Dakota would like to come to our meeting,
Mhm.
June 30th.
Okay.
Any other, Mrs. Farley, did you have
Yes.
something?
Yes, discussions about, holding the meetings earlier this summer, to accommodate the central office.
Discussion regarding summer meeting times?
Yes.
You all need to put on the agenda for the summer work schedule. Pardon?
What? I'm sorry.
For the summer work schedule, was an early.
Yeah.
I wondered
If
about
you all
that,
do
because
a
you-
2:30 time.
because you hadn't requested that. I
Oh.
don't know if you all wanted to do that.
Compressed.
Yes, we would like to do that.
So if you want to put that on the June,
Okay.
the next agenda. Any other items? All right, as always, if you have anything you would like to have on the next agenda, you can reach out to myself or Dr. Knott. We'll get that added on. Mr. McBride, item 14.
I'd like to make a motion, we adjourn. Time is 7:02:03 now. Switched on me.
I second.
A motion by Mr. McBride, seconded by Mrs. Farley, that we adjourn this meeting. Time is 7:03 PM. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? The minutes reflect by a 4-0 vote. This meeting is now adjourned.
Word.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.